Hello and welcome. This is Eric Misko with EMSNOW. I'm on the show floor at IPC Apex 2023 in San Diego. Joined today by Scott Lucas, CEO of Identco. Scott wanted to spend a little time, learn about what your business, what you're doing, and specifically your track and traceability solutions for electronics. Why don't you start by telling us what you do there?
Well, thanks, Eric. Great to be here today. So our Identco was founded, I founded it 37 years ago, all on the premise of trying to provide solutions to the electronics industry. So we have a long history of the electronics, focusing on the electronics marketplace. As the electronics marketplace has changed, we've adapted, and really today we're talking about track and trace, though through all those years remains super important. It's really a key part of the process as companies are trying to increase their productivity and their yield. Actually, our labeling products help them. So, the biggest trend right now for us is the boards have gotten smaller, labels need to get smaller. So we've had to try to move forward and try to bring really high performance labels, but also help put the labels on automatically. So really, Identco is all about providing identification solutions to the electronics industry.
Yeah. And within that, if I think about printed circuit boards and what labels go on, those aren't friendly environments sometimes, right? So you need to be able to adjust to a variety of different, sometimes very harsh environments.
Great point, and the environment is constantly changing. So, when you think about, we have today, medical markets, military markets that require incredible cleaning of the boards. And that has been a bit of a challenge for the labels to survive that process. So my team has worked really hard to develop surface chemistries on our labels that, when printed with the right ribbon, survive that process. So the customer gets a robust solution that they know will survive the process, because if the labels never really come off in the process, but the ink will come off, the variable, the serial number or the date code can come off. So our team works super hard to make sure we have the right label and ribbon combination to survive whatever process the customer has. So it's been kind of hitting a moving target a little bit, because recently some of the challenges have been, as companies change their cleaning processes, they always forget about the label, and we need to make sure that our labels are keeping up with the rapidly changing chemistries, cleaning chemistries.
Right. But then also where these products end up and where they sit for years, the durability of the labels
Exactly.
becomes an important issue.
Absolutely. Our tagline is labels for life. We're trying to build a label solution that will survive the life of the product. So it's these products, the boards end up in products that are in harsh environments, whether they're high humidity or there's super heat. Our products are proven, and for the last 37 years we've done worked hard to provide products that'll survive that long-term life of the product. Hence, labels for life.
Labels for life. I like
labels
it.
for life.
So as far as the labels are one thing, but then there's, and you already alluded to it, the application of the label, how you put those down. Tell me, what solutions do you have and provide for that?
Over the years, when you look at the life of boards, what's happened is the boards are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. The real estate available to place a label, smaller and smaller. So that trend, that phenomenon, has forced us to develop super small labels. We call them micro labels, from 4 millimeter. We can go down to 2 millimeter by 2 millimeter today, and that challenge alone made it difficult for a human being to put the label on. So we put together a team, and they developed a solution that lets the fine pitch placement machine, the pick and place machine, automatically put the label on with vision. So it gives you increased accuracy and no contamination of the adhesive. So that's been probably the most exciting thing in the last 5 or 6 years for us, is to work with the premier pick and place machines, Fuji, Panasonic, Juki, Hanwha, to have our label presenter, which uses a spot on the machine, on the pick and place machine. We print the labels, or the customer can, and they automatically robotically place the label, giving us super accuracy and no contamination of the adhesive at all. So it's really helping the EMS providers.
So it's just another reel on the setup for
Exactly correct. Yep.
which is what they're not saying, but we're seeing those presented here. So
exactly. That's our goal, is to make it it's another reel of product or components populated on the board super accurately, and quickly, which is just great.
And is that then also influenced by whatever the lot sizes are? So I imagine they could still be done hand, larger ones if it's a smaller build.
That's correct. So there is a point where there has to be enough volume to but the pick and place machine, with being it's already on the floor, it's not an additional piece of equipment. By utilizing it, we can actually do smaller runs. The real size of the serial numbers will be smaller, but it's not adding any unique new equipment to the line. Yeah. So the EMS companies have welcomed it, and they're like, this is a great solution for us. We can go from small to medium to large. It doesn't have to be high volume.
Okay. Now you get to brag a bit. What is the? There are other people who do this. Obviously, you're not. You don't own the market, but you're pretty dominant there. How do you differentiate?
Great question. I think that when you look at what makes us different than some of our larger competitors, is I think our responsiveness. Very innovative. We're going to get on the production floor with process engineers and really seek first to understand what are you trying to accomplish. Then I'm really proud of, we have application engineers that work with our technical salespeople to make sure that we have a solution that is robust, is highly reliable, and I think that's really where the difference is. When you look at our material offering, a lot of our competitors offer similar products. It's the total solution that I think really differentiates us. And our deployable technical teams, I think, it's not just, we're not going to just do this by phone. We really want to have our EMS customers let us send people at our expense to get on the floor, assess what they're doing, and really help them and see it in a more holistic way. So I think those are kind of the key differentiators.
That's actually very impressive. That a label corporation would send out people too, because I'd imagine a lot of people just figure they can phone it in. It's a simple solution, right?
That's what we're finding, and I think that, again, by trying to get more intimate with the customer, really understanding more what they're doing, we build a trusted partner relationship that when they go through changes, they're telling us. So we get also to be ahead of things, and companies are looking at changing their cleaning chemistries for a number of reasons, where by our approach, we're not surprised by things, and we can help minimize the customer having downtime. They're all about more product, increasing productivity, get time to market is the key, and we really want to be a partner with them to do that. So they look at us as a trusted resource. That's, I think, a key differentiator.
Good. Scott, thank you. This has been
my pleasure.
Very informative, and hopefully we can catch up again at another time and get some more updates from you.
I would like that. Thank you. And I'd love to invite you to our Center of Excellence in Chicago.
Oh, it's in Chicago?
Yes,
okay.
Where I can show you some of these technologies, because we're doing some pretty innovative things.
Okay.
It'd be great.
I'll take you up on that.
Look forward to it.
Very good.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.